Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can see on the screen. Right, now, if you are going to do a bit of business in 2025, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your preview show, looking ahead to tomorrow's trip on Good Friday to face Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park. As always, let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that Alex Neil might pick to start the match. Okay, so first things first, this video is a day late. I do apologise. You might be able to tell by the sound of my voice. I came home last Sunday and my mum said, I don't feel well. She was asleep on the sofa, and whatever she had, she managed to pass on to me by sort of Monday, Tuesday. I've basically been asleep all week. I've been asleep literally all week, but I am travelling to Blackburn tomorrow. So yeah, apologies, this video is late, but it is what it is. Starting 11-wise, I always say, I'm not too sure what Alex Neil will do, or we can second guess it, but I'm not sure it will be right. I'm pretty confident that I know, and I'm sure you do as well when I explain it, if you haven't looked into it in great deal, what tomorrow's starting 11 will be, on the basis that Josh Coburn was ineligible against Middlesbrough, so he dropped out. He changed formation in the first half and didn't go with the two strikers and Macaulay Langstaff as a straight swap for Coburn, but at half-time he did go back to that, and with Kundle and Amaku both not performing, Kundle in particular yanked at half-time, and then Aziz coming on strong in the second half, along with Nedgley, who then went off injured. I'm going a long way around this like I usually do. This is a team that I'm pretty confident it will be tomorrow. Jensen in goal, Ryan Leonard, right back, Joe Bryan, left back, Kramer and Cooper, the central defence, pairing Mitchell and Denor, central midfield. Then I think it will be Aziz on the left, Honeyman on the right, and up front, the big garlic and Josh Coburn. The only two things that could play into that is I saw some photos yesterday of the players training at Calmont Road, and Jaff was back in training, but I don't think we'll rush him back, and that's really nice to be able to say that, with Kramer playing as well as he is alongside Cooch. We're off the back of 3 straight wins, of course. 2 of those without Jaff in the side. He went off injured against Portsmouth, if memory serves me. Yeah, he did. And then the only other thing that could factor into that is Aziz fit enough to start? He looked full of beans when he came off the bench last time out against Middlesbrough at the Den. And I'll say what I usually say. And okay, it might be a risk to start him. He's come back from injury a couple of times, and we saw what happened with Nedgley at the Den last Saturday. Start Aziz, get what you can out of him, and then you've got Maku to come on, who a lot of people think, and I'm starting to go that way as well, that he's better as an impact player. So start Aziz if possible. That's what I think the team's going to be. And we move on to our opposition, as we've already mentioned. It's Blackburn Rovers. Managed by Valerian Ismail. Blackburn are a club in turmoil in terms of they are not happy with their owners. I watched them when they lost to Middlesbrough on the TV the other week, and all you could hear, the only song you could hear as loud as anything, was "We Want the Venkies Out." They have lost a manager, I'm assuming, due to this as well. Of course, they appointed John Eustace, who was taking them in the right direction, but he left to join Derby, and he cited that he wasn't happy with some things that were going on behind the scenes as part of his reason for leaving the club, and they appointed Ishmael. But Blackburn have been in freefall. They did not win a game in March. I think they lost something like 6 out their last 8. However, since the turn of the month in April, and of course, they're coming up to play us, so why wouldn't they start improving their form? They lost to Middlesbrough, like I said, at home. But since then, they have turned things around slightly, coming from behind again at home to get a draw against Sheffield Wednesday, 2-2 at Ewood Park. And last time out, they followed that up with a 1-0 win away at relegation threatened Luton. It currently sees Blackburn sitting, as you can see, 10th in the table. They are 4 points below us, so they are out of the running. Us and everyone up to Bristol City are still in with a chance of the playoffs. If we was to win, we could potentially go level on points with Coventry. West Brom are playing Coventry, and Coventry got a difficult running as well. And Middlesbrough, as you can also see, they're in the top 9, are at home to relegation threatened Plymouth. In terms of run-ins, I've said this before, and I'm not dismissing anyone. There is no easy games in the division, but Blackburn, nothing to play for. Swansea, nothing to play for. Norwich, nothing to play for. And hopefully, Burnley will be crowned champions before we get to Turf Moor on the final day. Coventry have got to play West Brom. They've got to play Middlesbrough on the final day. And in between them, in my opinion, two very difficult away games against Plymouth and, there's my mum in the background, and against Luton. She threw me off there, sorry, Jan. So in my opinion, there's difficult run-ins. I don't think Bristol City are uncatchable either. Let's move on to a prediction. And so, this is your pre-match prediction. And here we go. I am going to go for a 1-0 Millwall win. Old Faithful with the big garlic and herb to get the winner and keep the pressure on the top six in a beautiful, hopefully sunny day in Blackburn. And so that's your lot for this preview show. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you think you know what the score's going to be, don't be shy to have a stab at it in the comments below. And all that's left for me to say is I will see you in Blackburn tomorrow. If you are going, please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.